And welcome to TED Talk Stamps, everyone. If you're new to the channel, I am Ted the Talking Stamp Collector, and I talk stamps. My main topic in this episode is I'm going to reply to a comment I got in a video some months ago. It's been a few months now. I've been absent for the last 6 months due to medical issues, which you can learn all about in my previous episode. But first, let me go over some mail I've gotten from viewers. I got a few postcards. Got 4 postcards, actually, from 2 different viewers. First off, I got from Alexei in Ukraine. He sent me this cute little seal postcard. This postcard and the accompanying stamps on the back, the stamps were issued to commemorate the 30th anniversary of Ukraine's Antarctic Research Station. Oh, cute little seals there. And then he sent me another postcard later, or it might have been sooner. I don't recall which came first, and I can't see the postmark on them clearly. But this one shows a super soldier with a prosthetic leg. You can see there, and that has an accompanying stamp set, as you can see here. It's a set of 3 titled The Land of Superheroes. And each of the stamps represents a different concept. The first one there with the young lady is victory. In the center, that represents struggle. And the third one with and you'll notice all the figures have prosthetic limbs. And the third stamp with the hopeful man represents hope. I think these are great stamps. I really love those. So thank you once again, Alexei. He's a regular contributor to my postcard collection. And then I got 2 other postcards from Dan Golden, who is practically a next-door neighbor now that I'm back in Texas, except not so close that we can just, I can run over and borrow a cup of sugar. He's probably about an hour drive away from me. But I envy Dan because he got to visit the Boston Stamp Show, and he sent me this postcard from there. You can see this was franked with two different stamps commemorating the Boston 2026 Stamp Show. And there's another stamp for Mr. Rogers, for which the first day ceremony was held at Boston 2026. So that's why that's included on this card. And there's the commemorative postmark. And then it's not enough that he got to go to Boston when I didn't, because I was having a medical procedure done at that time. Not that I would have been able to go anyways in my condition, but how long was this? Let's see, just a few days later, a week or so, Dan sent me another postcard, this time from Hawaii. And this one's franked with I guess an autumn leaf definitive stamp. And it's got Freedom 250 postmark. So thank you very much, Mr. Dan. So going on to the main event. No. I got one more thing to share with you. Give me just a moment. I got to get up and grab it. See if I can do this without upsetting the cart. Let me get my eyeballs back on. Are you ready for this? Oh, I'm sitting on my t-shirt. All right, look at this. This is a package I got from a viewer. This whole surface is plastered with vintage 3-cent commemoratives. Oh, but that's not all. The other side is completely plastered with 3-cent commemoratives. But wait, that's not all. This edge has a bunch of 22 cents, probably other denominations too. 22, 22, 22. What's that? 8 cents? I can't tell. 20 cents. So anyways, yeah, some more old commemoratives. This edge is filled with old commemoratives. This edge is filled with old commemoratives. And guess what? This one. So every surface in this box has been covered with commemoratives. Ain't that cool? Oh, what's inside? Let me tell you. One of my side collections is, or side topics, I guess you want to say, is making a postmark calendar using only Germania stamps of Germany. And I only have a few. Oh, let me get up again and so I can show you what I'm talking about. I only brought a few album pages with me from Madeira when I came here, and among those were my postmark calendar. I figured if anything I could work on that while I'm here. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention this in the previous video. We leased a apartment here. We got a 1-year lease because not only did I have to have the surgery, it's going to require follow-up treatments. So we just figured, well, we don't want to go back to Madeira and have them do follow-ups on something that they're not really familiar with, as far as me personally. They might know all about that, but my wife would rather have the original doctor working, doing the follow-up treatments, and we didn't want to be traveling back and forth every 3 or 6 months, however frequent those treatments will come. So we just figured on staying here for 1 year, which will take us through to May 26th of next year. So I didn't have room to pack a lot, so I just grabbed a few pages, and among those is my postmark calendar. So see, I have a January calendar, and then I find a Germania stamp corresponding to each day of the month. So I have there's January. I got a few for February. And there's March. Anyways, you get the idea. I got them all, the pages all through December. And like I said, one of my viewers, John, learned about my collection, and he told me he had a whole boatload of Germania stamps, and he'd be glad to send me some to work on my postmark calendar. And boy, let me tell you, did he send some. I'm going to have to move this again. Move this. I'm going to change cameras. So hang on. All right, so here's my package with the stamps that John sent. This Ziploc bag is just filled completely with bundleware. With bundleware of Germania stamps. So they're all string tied together, so I don't want to be snipping them right now, but you can see clearly that's a Germania stamp. And every one of these bundles are Germania stamps, yes sir. And then I have a manila envelope. What do you think might be in there? Some loose Germania stamps. And then this box. What could it possibly be? Ah, even more Germania stamps. How awesome is that? Thank you so much, John. So I'm going to have me quite some fun sorting through those stamps, looking for dates. And as you can tell, there were quite a bit more than 365 stamps in that package. So I'm going to have quite a few left over. And when I'm done finding what I can out of the pile, I will be sharing the wealth. So stay tuned. Well, not anytime shortly. I mean, you can come back in probably a year or so, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I'll be giving away bundles of Germania stamps to my faithful viewers. All right, so like I said, I had a comment some time back, and I hope that viewer is still with me. If you are, leave a comment below. And also, I mentioned this in the previous video too, but I'm going to repeat it here. I want to give a shout out to Lester Davey in Wales, who visited me in Madeira last December. And when I left Madeira to come back to Texas, I've been meaning to write to him. I've been meaning to write to you, Lester. But when I came back to Texas, I left the notebook that has your address in it. So if you just contact me, just give me a buzz and let me know what your address is. So moving along, like I said, the comment I got, a viewer wanted to, he had watched the video, the episode about famous women in German history, which is not just my favorite German set, but one of my favorite stamp sets, period. And I showed off individual stamps, but he wanted to know what would it look like, or what does it look like on the album pages. So I'm going to go ahead now and change cameras again and show you the famous women in German history on the album pages. All right, so here's the album again. And open it up. Like I said, the calendar and this set are the only pages I brought with me here. So here's page 1 of famous women in German history. The set started in 1986, and from 1986 to 1991, all of the denominations were in Pfennig. So 5 Pfennig, 10 Pfennig. Even the dollar values, it's 100 Pfennig, 120 Pfennig, 130. Not dollar, of course, but marks. And this page takes care of all the stamps from 1986 to 1991. And then it continues from 1992 to 1998 with more Pfennig denominations, but there are some repeats, like there's an 80 and 100 here. They have a 80 with a new portrait, 100. In fact, there's 200s. I don't know why they made these different stamps for the same denomination. There's, of course, the ultra sultry Marlene Dietrich. And then the next subset, so to speak, after that was from 2000 to 2001, when they were changing over to the euro dollar, and they issued these 4 values. Again, repeat, 100 and 100. But they printed them with both currencies, 100 Pfennig and 51 euro cents, on up to 3 marks, or 300 Pfennig, and €1.53. And then one final subset came from 2002 to 2003, when they printed 4 denominations, and these were all new denominations for new postal rates, and printed only in euros. 45 euro cents, 55. And then, okay, so that's all the stamps for Germany, except there was also a parallel set for Berlin. However, as we know, the Berlin Wall came down in 1989, so that's only as far as the Berlin set goes. So we have 7, 12, 17. So only 17 stamps in the Berlin set. Let me make sure. Yep, now we go back to the calendar. So, to give you another overview of the set here on pages. So there we have it. The famous women in German history on album pages. And I guess that'll wrap it up for this comeback episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to talking to you again next time. Until then, this is Ted the Talking Stamp Collector wishing you all happy stamping.